This is a map of our trip. We started in the south at St. George, Grenada, and went north through the Caribbean Sea to St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay, here we go, at the beach.
Our first night in Grenada, the boat wasn't ready yet, so we stayed at the Radisson in Grand Anse Bay. Clark's Court Marina, a really nice marina down at the very end of a windy dirt road. This marina seems to specialize in multi-hulls, a lot of them, and ours is a really expensive, like 58-foot multi-hull, and it is dwarfed in comparison with some of these other multi-hulls. There's our boat up in the boat lift, heading down towards the water. Yeah, and if you can't tell it in the video, that boat lift is creeping very slowly down toward the water.
Alright, here's the next part.
Buying groceries for the trip at the local IGA in Grenada. A taxi ride through Grenada to get our boat propane tanks refilled. For a boat down here, you can't just return and replace propane tanks. You need to take your boat's custom propane tanks out and get them refilled. Leaving Grenada, that's our marina and our harbor back there. On the way out, we passed a lot of boats, either moored or on anchor. So one of our fuel tank gauges is not working right, so we really don't know how much fuel we have. So we're going to head up to a little island called St Vincent and top off our fuel tanks there. And at least that way we'll have a known amount of fuel heading north for the trip. A flying fish landed on our deck last night. We are in St. Vincent. Captain Dave, as usual, did a great job getting us in past that line of orange buoys out there, and now we are docked broadside to the dock. Pretty tight space and shallow water, but we're here. So we'll top up on gas and get some provisions like lunch supplies, ice, beer, things like that, and then we're off.
Leaving St. Vincent,
Caught a barracuda. Mateo's been trolling a line and he just reeled in a barracuda. He caught a small tuna the other night, which unfortunately we threw back, but we're going to have barracuda for dinner tonight. We are in Conneaut Bay, St. John's, U.S. Virgin Islands. Mateo and Ian are going to pick up that mooring ball up there that you see just off our bow. And there's some nice rock outcroppings here and a nice beach. It's a protected area, so we hope to get some good snorkeling in.
How far?
About 10 feet, 8 feet. Got Captain Dave Dude doing the steering up there.
Feed me! You going onto the boat?
Yeah. Yeah, the ball's right where I'm pointing. But we got one line on the hook.
It's about even. We'll give it a second.
Okay, going into town. Gonna rent a Jeep today. St. John.
The town of Cruz Bay on St. John's Island, U.S. Virgin Islands.
the local wildlife here.
We're going up into the national parkland part of St. John's now. About 2/3 of St. John's is actually national park, and it was donated by Lawrence Rockefeller to the U.S. government. We're going to walk up and visit the ruins of an old sugar mill at Annaberg Plantation. We are in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and those islands over across the way are the British Virgin Islands, where slaves had been freed. So if a plantation slave could make the swim, they could gain their freedom. Looking down over the town and the harbor at Cruz Bay.